Hey, I want to make a video about how you can make money on the side without actually doing the work. So even though I'm a blue collar guy, I like this actually better, especially if you're low on capital, you don't really know how to do it. I'm going to use the Christmas light thing as an example. So do it with a niche, an ugly business. It really works. Gutter cleaning, something like that. Get in and get out, make money. So if you're a blue collar guy and you have trucks and ladders, well, then you can go learn how to put Christmas lights on. You can go that method. But what if you're a guy who has a W-2? You have a totally unrelated business. You're just like, hey man, I need to go get my hands on 15 grand, 25 grand quick. Become the marketing arm for these companies, okay? So if I was going to do the Christmas lights, I'm going to get a website page. I'm going to go on Upwork. I'm going to try to get it done cheap. I'm not going to be the guy who does it. I've built websites. They're not great. Let somebody who's better than you do it. Sell 5 different packages, whatever. $4.99, $9.99, $14.99, and make them all different. And then how do you market that? Figure out how you're going to market it. Are you going to text everybody in that neighborhood, skip trace their numbers? Are you going to try to build an email list? Are you going to try to get in with HOAs? How are you going to do it? You're going to put out flyers with the actual rates and the package and the color lights. There's a million ways to do it. How can you get as many lights? I'd want to do something where I'm doing it virtually though. That's why I like the texting and all that. Make it super easy for people to get to that website, and within 90 seconds they're like, yeah, I'll do this. Boom, I'll hit it. Have payment information all ready to go. Okay, then go market to the subcontractors who already are doing Christmas lights. Find the guys who aren't that super busy, who need more work. Work deals out with them, where maybe they're making 60 cents on the dollar on your packages. They're out doing the work, doing the hard stuff, but you got all the work. And then you have to pay them really fast, like 48 hours. But you're going to have the money from the customers, probably a deposit, and then the money as soon as that job's done. So you can use it to pay them. Take that margin. Stack it, go do it again. Do it over and over again. Make sure you own the customers, you have the email list and everything like that, and then you can do them again and again next year. And if you don't like that subcontractor, maybe you have 2 of them, use the one you like. And then you could go do it in other markets. You say, man, I got 50 houses. I'm in Atlanta, in my area, Atlanta. Let me go get 150 in Atlanta. Maybe I'll go get 150 in Charlotte because I have a guy down there that I've been talking to. You could do the same marketing over and over. It's a really unique skill. If you don't have that skill and you don't have the trucks and everything, so you can't do either, then your new thing to do at night is to learn those skills. Okay? This is such a powerful way to go get 25 grand. It's not that hard. Go get 25 grand. If you think, well, 25 grand is not a lot for me, then you're already higher on the skill set anyway. So you could already figure out ways to go make 100 grand. 100 grand on the side. If you have a business that's netting 200 grand, that's okay. You're doing all right. Now you're going to make 300 grand. That's your whole life changes. Where you live, where your kids go to school is going to change. So everybody can do this. If you're the guy who's just going to go make 10, 15 grand, then next year you might be the guy who makes 30, 40 grand. Then the year after, you're the guy who goes and makes 100 grand in 3 weeks, 150 grand in Christmas because you figured this out. So I got an answer for everything. Anybody has an excuse. All those are all the different levels. If you don't know anything, start learning it. That's what you should be doing. But don't overlearn stuff. At some point, you got to do it. Go do stuff. I'm going to give you a quick little story about roof cleaning. Roof cleaning, there's algae on roofs, and I saw it popping up all over the place 2005, 6, 7, and I saw it all the time. I didn't even know what it was. I started Googling it. There just wasn't a lot of information on it. Nobody was teaching it, whatever. I knew people wanted it. I made a kick-ass flyer. I priced it out. I had before and after pictures I pulled from Google on some people who had the sites. I couldn't go on YouTube and find out how to do it. I had 42 houses lined up. 42 at one point. I was thinking maybe I'll try to kind of wholesale so to other people, but I really needed the money at the time, so I'm like, I'm gonna figure this out. I found a guy in Maryland. He was really knowledgeable about it. I said, hey, how much is this for me to come down there? He was like, $600. And I said, how about if I bring this guy who's working for me too? And he was like, 1,000. I'm like, I'll give you $800. I go down there. We went there for 2 days. I learned everything I could about roof cleaning. I came back, built out my truck. 2 days later, we were cleaning roofs, making money. You can do this. I had 42 houses. But here's the good part of that story. At one point, we became friends, and he was like, how do you get so many houses? Because I was great at marketing. He was like, how do you get so many houses? I used the same marketing technique to go get him jobs. Then he connected me with someone else, and I was taking a piece, I think it was like 25% of those jobs, to get him jobs and line them up. So I wasn't making a lot of money, but I was making like an extra $600 a week on their jobs, and then I was going to do all my jobs. And this is when I was like struggling and returning, so it was great. But sometimes I used to look back and I said, I should have had 10 of those guys, and I should have went and made $3,000 a week doing that. I should have had 20 of those guys and did it. I really could have did that, but I was focused on making money myself, and that's just how I was thinking back then. I didn't think big enough. So think about how you can apply all those things I said and go make a lot of money. If you're W-2, if you're you have time during the winter or some other niche season. If you have no money and you want to learn stuff, start learning that stuff.